Well, Burke, what's the matter now?
More horses disappeared again last night.
How many this time?
All the stock in the South Corral.
Well, we'll be plumb wiped out if this keeps on. Isn't there someone on this ranch that has gumption enough to do something?
It's uncanny the way they disappear. I just can't figure it out.
Say, ever since I've been crippled up, everything's gone wrong. Something's got to be done. Something must be done.
All right, boys.
Now,
Come on.
I must be going.
Why?
Well, I'm supposed to more or less look after our guests.
As your general manager, I'm going to give you a little holiday.
I've always been taught not to accept favors from the boss.
Helen, you know I'm crazy about you.
You wouldn't fool a little girl, would you, mister?
Fool you? Does that look like it?
Oh, isn't it gorgeous?
Try it on.
No, I couldn't.
Don't you like me a little bit?
Oh, I don't know. I like you, but... I'll race you.
All right.
Come on. I'll see you later, Clyde. I'm going to speak to Burke a minute.
Okay, don't be long.
Come on.
Well, there it is. That's old man Sutter's ranch. Pretty swell. Yeah, pretty swell place. I wonder what all those people are doing over there. Maybe it's a barbecue or something. Yeah, it's probably something, all right. Well, let's get going.
Oh, look what's coming. Why, the now coming wagon. Oh, what is that? Gypsies, maybe.
Oh, it's you. Yep, that's me. Well, you start. What do you want? I'm here to see the boss of this outfit. Well, Mr. Sutter isn't feeling very well, and anyway, he isn't hiring any hands. Well, you see, we didn't come to see him about getting a job. Came here to see if he might be interested in buying some horses. Mr. Sutter isn't interested in buying any horses either.
Since when did you become a mind reader, Winslow? How in the heck do you know whether I want to buy any horses or not?
What?
I'm sorry, Mr. Stutter, but I didn't think you wanted to be disturbed.
Well, that's not a bad string of horses. Come into the office and we'll talk it over. Oh, Cheyenne, you good-for-nothing tramp. I knew you'd come.
Well, I lit out just the minute we got your letter.
Yes?
And this is my pal, Ben Stevens.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Stevens.
Pleased to meet you, too.
Sit down.
Thank you. Well, what's up? What are all these people doing around here? And what's the idea of you in a wheelchair?
Well, Jim, the good old lazy ass has been degenerated into a guest ranch.
Running into tough luck, eh?
Yes, plumb tough. You see, we got into financial difficulties, and the credit association sent down that guy Winslow. You know, that chap that tried to give you the bum's rush. He's the one that got the bright idea of making this a guest ranch. Now he's running it.
I understand.
We were doing fairly well until we started losing horses. Herd by herd was run off. And you know, we couldn't get a line on who's doing it.
That's so.
Yes? Started right after I got crippled up. So I sent for you, Jim, because I figured that an outsider might have a better chance of getting at the bottom of this. And I know I could depend on you.
After the friend you've been to my dad and me, you certainly can.
Well, it's going to be risky. You asked me about being in this chair. Well, I've been letting on that my horse threw me and that my gun was discharged accidentally. No one but me and Doc Pitts knows the truth. I was shot from ambush.
What? Have you got any idea who did it?
No.
Well, what can I do to help you?
Well, I figure on hiring you so that you can ride the herd.
I will ask you. What are you doing here?
Why, I work here.
Is that so? Well, if you're as courteous to our guests as you were to me on the road the other day, you won't work here long.
I have nothing to do with the guests. I only deal in horses. They appreciate me.
And I always thought horses used good judgment.
Hey, wait a minute. What's all this about? You two met before?
Oh, yes. We kind of run into each other on the road.
Dad, I'll see you later when you're alone.
All right, dear.
You're a kid?
Yes, sir, and I'm proud of her.
Well, now I can see where she gets her spunk.
Next event, ladies and gents, the Sutter Ranch Rodeo will be the bronc riding.
I suppose you're going to show off for the company today, Mr. Smarty.
I'd like to.
Oh! Oh! Pretty tough outfit, ain't he?
And I suppose you think you're going to ride one of those outlaws.
I've been thrown off a better bronc than that, lady.
Says who?
Get that old horse. We'll see what this one's doing. That's that gate over there. Get up there. Get up there. Oh, that fella, he's going to miss. Hey, you got your horse there, partner. Oh! A long time. When is this? Whose horse is this? The name, boy.
Why, Winslow, there's the kid himself. He's going to ride.
We'll see how good he is in a little while.
Get on in there. Get Miss Stirp over there, fella.
Let it go, boys.
All right. Come on. Ah!
Ride him, cowboy, ride him.
There, what'd I tell you?
He is a good rider.
You bet he's a good
Sure
rider.
rode that horse.
He's a dandy rider.
Give him a little applause myself. Well, Duchess, did you get a load of that?
What?
What? Well, that wild ride, that bucking horse.
Oh, was he bucking?
Was he bucking? Say, if you'd have been in that saddle, it'd have had to nail you in it.
Says who?
Why, well, Silver, there's Helen. She's going to ride.
Why, is that a bronc?
Well, she has nothing to fear. She's a good rider.
You little nitwit, do you know what you need?
Yes, a darn good walloping.
Oh, hold it, fellas. What for? Oh, he's got her all right. Come on, let's go back. it's you, is it?
Yep.
How's everything?
Well, seems peaceful.
Have a cup of coffee?
No. Interferes with my sleep. Besides, it bothers my rheumatics.
If I were you, old-timer, I'd hightail it back to the ranch. You know this night air isn't so good for your rheumatism.
Well, if you don't mind, I don't feel so good.
It's all right with me. Go ahead.
Good night.
Good night.
And say, kid, put a little coffee in that water while you're boiling it so we can drink it.
Young man, we are waiting. What have you to say for yourself?
I don't think there's anything to say.
Do you mean to stand there and admit it? You know that I've been almost ruined through your carelessness? Doesn't it mean anything to you? Why, you...
Dad, please. I'm sure Jim can explain if you'll only give him a chance.
We all like to take a drink of liquor every once in a while. I'm sure the boy didn't mean any harm. I wouldn't be too hard on him.
Just 1 minute. I'm still the owner of this ranch. Now, young man, I'm going to give you one more chance to deny that you were drunk on the job. And if you can't, get out. Get out!
been?
Well,
What's up?
fired. Fired?
Yep.
Didn't you explain to the old man what really happened?
I couldn't. There were too many people listening in. Gee, I hate to let old man Sutter think that I've let him down like this. But I figured I can do him more good by letting those birds who framed me think they're getting away with it.
I get you. But what are you going to do now?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is pick up the trail of those stolen horses.
Okay, let's go.
Wait a minute. You're not going.
Kid, we've always hit the trail together.
Yeah, and we always will. But you can help me out more by staying right here and keeping your eyes and ears open.
Oh, I understand. But you'll be careful, won't you, Kid?
Sure, nothing's going to happen to me. But if anything does, I want you to explain to Sutter that I wasn't drunk. I was doped.
Sure will.
Well, I guess I'll be on my way. I want you to hide this saddlebag. I want them to think that I've cleared out these parts for good. See you later, Ben.
Bye.
Chief wants you fellows over tomorrow night. He's engineering a party. A masquerade. Everybody will be at the ranch house and be a drink for it.
All right, we'll be there. Well, that's the end of him.
Yep. Let's go back and tell the chief.
It's going to be amusing, isn't it? Oh, no.
You think anybody will recognize me in my devil's costume? You know, devil, devilish, devil, you know. Very clever. All
devilish.
Here we go. Such a dynamite. Here. Get into these. The chief wants to talk to you inside. All right. What do you call this wrapper? Well, that's the monk's outfit. A monkey what? Oh, you sap. It's got something to do with religion. Oh, yeah? Is everything in the clear? Sure. Come up the house when you get dressed, Red. Now listen, Pete, we'll go up the house. We'll jump around among them guests and see if he wants to talk to you when you get up.
Well, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Good evening.
How do you do, Miss Sutter?
Was the devil?
Devilish devil.
Good evening, Miss Sutter.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. How do you do? Oh, how do you do, Sheriff?
Good evening, Miss Sutter. Good evening, Mr. Sutter. Quite a large affair you have here this evening.
Quite an affair, Sheriff. Quite an affair. Yes, indeed.
That's the chief standing over there by that arch. I got you.
Go in and help yourself. You haven't got nothing to pay for that, have you? Oh, no, everything's free.
Good evening, Miss Sutter.
Good evening.
Right nice bunch of folks you got here at this meeting tonight.
Yes, it is rather nice.
Well, I guess I'll be joining the party.
Yes, do go and have a good time.
Thank you. I'll try to.
Come on, Sheriff.
I'm not. Hey! How about it, fellas?
Yep. You ought to show up around here most any time now.
Fine. Keep an eye out for him. And when those mares break out of the corral, be ready to round them up.
Okay, Chief.
You got everything straight, fellas?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Have you took care of that Cheyenne Kid's buddy yet?
Oh, sure. He won't bother us any.
Well, neither will the kid then. He's all rubbed out.
Yeah? That's all for present, boys.
What happened to you?
Some bird
jumped me when I was putting on that darn wrapper.
Sure, I know. That's the baby you thought you croaked.
You were right, Chief. It was the kid.
And he got a nearful.
Well, what are we going to do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Fix him up and stay out of sight.
All right.
Long time I've been over this way. How are you feeling these days?
Well, I'm feeling much better now, Sheriff. Much better.
I'm glad you're here, Sheriff. There's something up.
What do you mean?
I overheard some men talking, and they're fixing to raid the corral while the party's going on.
Do you know who they were?
No, I couldn't see their faces, kind of the masks. But the ringleader has a monk's costume on.
Mr. Winslow, I'll slip inside quietly and round up the men.
Fine.
We've got to get them, Winslow. We've got to get them.
Don't worry, Mr. Sutter. I'm sure we will this time.
That's the boy.
Daddy, what's wrong?
Rustlers, my dear.
Rustlers?
Yes.
Oh, where are they?
Somewhere's about the ranch. Let's go and see for ourselves.
All right.
There he is, boys!
There. Come on, get in there. There. Get over there.
Jim, you a horse thief?
Why, no, Mr. Sutter. I was only rounding up your horses for you.
So we observed.
Wait a minute.
You wait a minute.
Say, listen, let's get this thing straight. I got up here just in time to see a white stallion trying to run off with the mares.
You don't expect us to swallow that, do you? Boys, have any of you seen a white stallion in these parts?
I never have.
I've been here a long time. I never seen one.
Well, I tell you, he was here just a minute ago.
Where is he now?
Well, I chased him over the hill.
My boy, that's a pretty thin story. I think I'll have to put you under arrest. Hand me over your gun.
Don't you do it, kid. Put your hands up there, everybody. Pick him up. Come on, get going, fella. Ready?
Let's get our horses, Ben.
Any news, Winslow?
Not yet. You've no idea how this entire affair has upset me.
No more than it has me.
Oh, don't worry, Dad. You know, Dad was awfully fond of Jim.
Yes, I was very fond of Jim, very fond of him.
Well, you know, Mr. Sutter, I wouldn't have said a word if I hadn't had your interest at heart.
Well, I know that. But I'm very much disappointed, very much disappointed, Wendy. Too bad.
It was right around here those birds started popping at me. They got pretty hot for me, so I took a tumble and played possum.
Well, it's a darn good thing for you they didn't investigate.
I guess you're right. Looky there. There's that white horse thief.
Well, I'll be...
Let's pick up the trail. Come on.
Well, if those aren't Sutter's mares, I'll eat my hat.
Well, I don't think you're going to have to eat it, Ben.
Look, Sheriff, there's a break in the rock.
Let's see what it leads to.
on, White.
There's that white stallion horse I was telling you about.
By golly, that's him, all right.
And here are these two birds I overheard planning that last raid with their chief.
The chief, huh? Who's he?
You'll have to ask him. Maybe he can tell you.
Better tell us who's been engineering these raids around here. Give it to us. Come on.
You see, sir, we had to pack up in a hurry when we got out. We had to...
I'm through. Ever since I've lost faith in the Cheyenne Kid, I feel as if I can't trust anyone.
Why, Dad.
Mr. Sutter, you surely can trust me. You know I have your interest at heart. Why, ever since I arrived here, I've been masquerading. What do you mean?
What do I mean? I mean that the rest of your horse thieves have confessed to the sheriff. And you and me have a little unfinished business to attend to.
Well, are you through with them, Cheyenne? Get up.